So I've been playing the violin for 30 years, attended one of the best music schools in the world, won some of the most prestigious competitions, played in every major concert hall in the world. And today I'm gonna use all of my applied learnings and skills to learn and play for you. I still can't believe I'm doing this. Rush E. All right, so as a classical musician, we mostly play pieces by composers from hundreds of years ago. So I like to do my research of the origin of the piece before I start learning it. So let's look into this here. So Rush E is a piece of piano music. Okay, so originally for piano, created as a spin-off from Markiplier E, also known as Lord Marquard E. Wow. So it seems like this was an internet phenomenon because the song went viral because it was genuinely impossible for a human to play it. Okay, but like you guys know, on this channel we make what's impossible possible. We are going to take a listen to it first. Okay, like an accelerando. Okay. It's got that like Russian vibe. It's actually pretty catchy. Okay. I think I get the idea of it. It's got this steady accelerando. It's probably one of those pieces that just keeps getting faster and faster. Let me skip to the end a little bit and just see. Holy moly, what the heck? What the heck?
What is that?
All right. It's not actually possible. I get it now. Let's try and listen to a human playing this and see how that sounds like. This is pretty good. Let me skip to the end and see how he does that. Okay, so he's doing like a tremolo thing to make it a little faster. Pretty clean there. That was actually surprisingly catchy. I'm sure this is difficult on the piano, which makes it even more difficult on the violin, which makes me wonder if it can be done on the violin. Let's take a look. Okay. Okay, yeah, so I've seen a bunch of performances for violin on YouTube. I haven't seen any that are truly for just solo violin. They all use the backing track here. So let's see what we can do. And once again, I have enlisted the help of my good friend Isabella Egawa, and she's written out a good bass. As usual, I'll be giving away the sheet music for free in a group on Tonic, so you can go find that. It's called Ray Music Arrangements, and I've left the link for you in the description below, so you can also practice it there as well. It sounds very similar to some of the other stuff that is existing in violin. I mean, besides Tetris, I think it reminds me of that, but also of some of these other works. For example, Tsiga, you know, the... You know, it's got that like push and pull with the rhythm. Yeah, the Zugunweisen. Actually, you know what? Chardash. It has totally that. It's definitely got that folk song hold to it. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So I guess the beginning. I think that's like what I've heard that the piano MIDI does. It's like an accelerando, right? So, and then so we really want to get that, I think that, which you can really do with strings, right? That's the advantage that we have. Let's just continue here. So one of the cool things about playing with an accelerando, what you want to do is build on anticipation. You've established the rhythm, right? Basically, you play dun 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 dun, and then a little bit like that. We use this all the time in different moments in classical music. I think that's the first section. I always want to make sure I'm like getting that, since there's no, you know, backing track, right? Yeah, I need to stay in first position there. A little extension. Oh. Okay, those are some gnarly notes. Writing in some fingerings. I find that writing in good fingerings is one of the most helpful tips you can have when you're learning a piece. Oh yeah, no, just casually doing octaves, you know? All right, so this is tough, right? Because a lot of the renditions I heard on YouTube have the backing track, and therefore they can just play one note. I think that that's a lot easier than what we're doing here, which we have to create rhythm, we have to create a lot more notes, you know, to have the harmonies as usual. What are we getting ourselves into? But the final result is what's worth it. That's the part that sounds a little bit like Tetris, right? It does sound a little bit like that, which apparently Tetris was also a Russian folk song as well, you know? Oh, and then we have a modulation here. Oh, that's hard. This is why you practice scales and arpeggios, kids. This is why you do it, so you don't suffer. I'm already suffering. I gotta do slow practice. All right. Yeah, somehow that just doesn't make me feel better. Okay, but it actually worked, so what can I say? I guess slow practice does work. Fine. Okay, so that's the end. I think now it's just about pacing, like figuring out what's max speed. So, all right, let's quickly figure out that. Okay, that's pretty fast. Oh, 194. What's our minimum speed? So it's about 51. You just kind of have to go with your gut instinct, and that's what we do in classical music. It's not like, oh, now I'm going to shift the dial to 170. It's good to still have a reference. I gotta make sure that when I perform this, it is not too fast, too soon. That's gonna be the dangerous point here. This could make actually a pretty good encore, I think. Like, could you imagine after the Tchaikovsky violin concerto, after the Brahms violin concerto, and then you come on stage, it's like, bow, bow, bow. We might want to cut some of that so we don't show it in before we. Actually sounds, not gonna lie, that sounds really good. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is one of my favorite practice challenges so far. All right, so we're gonna use the rest of the time that we have to clean up some of these runs, and then I guess we'll let the performance begin.
All right, I think I'm getting the hang of it. But before we bring this meme into performance mode, I want to share with you how I learned pieces like these so fast. You see, I've always been a gamer, so I like to imagine leveling up my skills on the violin in a similar way to leveling up in an RPG. No, I'm not even kidding, hear me out. Now I've made it into a reality, and it's an app I've been building for the past 2 years called Tonic. Now on Tonic, you and your avatar join a community of other musicians of all levels from around the world. You can earn XP and new items for practicing, and enter into exciting community events to win prizes. You're literally leveling up your musical skills while getting to share your practice with others while also making friends along the way. So if this sounds fun to you, try it out. It's completely free. You can download it by scanning this QR code on the screen or clicking the link in my description below.
Shall we hear it? Let's give it a go. Well, there you have it, guys. That was Rushy on solo violin. Hope you enjoyed that. I think I'm gonna start playing this as an encore in a few places. Could you imagine it in a concert hall like right after? Anyway, thank you for recommending this, and feel free to recommend other challenges you'd like me to do. Oh, and if you'd like to check out other challenges that I have done, you can check out these videos right here. And for now, I'll see you in the next video. Remember to practice on tonic. Bye.